I just loaded a behind the meter microgrid project. So what you're going to do to begin with, you're going to come to the battery profile creator. If you select the microgrid demand app, that will give you access to this module. And here you can load the profiles of your system. So in this case, you will input the load profile for the site that you are designing for. You can also input the PV profile. And if you have wind, you can input the wind profile. You can input a flat profile for the diesel generator if they have a minimum runtime. So you can input that asset as well. For this example, we have load and solar. The goal here is to design a battery that is going to be able to make it self-sufficient, right? So no power import and export from the grid. So in this case, you load that. So what you see in the screen here is that the blue one is your solar profile. I'll see if I can zoom in a bit more to give you a better view. So the blue one here is negative, showing that this is generation. That's your solar production. And then the red one is your load profile. And the black curve here represents the net of your load and solar. So since there is no other generating assets, and if you want it to be self-sufficient, you want your battery to follow this black curve. That's the net of your load and solar. You can come to the dispatch parameter. You can set the logic when the battery is going to be charging, when is the battery going to be discharging. So in this case, since we want the battery to take care of this net demand completely, so we come here under charge threshold, we select that curve, net demand. And of course, you have options, right? You can either try to have the battery follow the load. If you are doing load following, PV, wind, in this case, our goal is to do net demand. So that's what we are doing that. And then charge threshold, right? So that basically means anytime this black curve here is going above the 0 megawatt or going below 0 megawatt, the battery is going to start to charge. That means all this extra energy, whenever there is excess from solar, that's going to go into your battery. And then on the discharge side, anytime the black curve here is going above 0, that means nighttime, no solar, you have load going on, your power is going to be coming from the battery. Right? So you then basically go ahead and run it. And once you ran, let me see, then you can come to this second module, and that profile that you created from this first module on how the battery is going to be operating is going to be loaded in here. And you can see that from the POI profile. So this is the profile. This is a time series whole annual profile that got created. And negative here means charging, positive means discharging. So what it shows you that, yes, on an hour by like over the whole year, based on that upload profile and PV profile, this is what the battery will need to be doing in terms of charge and discharge, right? So that's the profile. So now what you do is you take that, and if I put into system perspective, that profile that we got from the first module, the battery profile creator, is telling us at the point of interconnect how this battery is going to be used, okay?